Welcome back to Talk Tickers, the show where we break down earnings calls, and give you the insights you need to navigate the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're diving deep into Applied Materials' latest report.
Okay.
And trust me, you're going to want to hear this.
All right.
This company is at the heart of some seriously huge trends in tech,
Yeah.
AI, energy-efficient computing, and those incredibly complex chips everyone's talking about.
Right.
So let's get right into it. Applied Materials just wrapped up their fourth quarter with record revenue and earnings.
Wow.
It's their fifth consecutive year of growth. The stock is even up over 1.7% today,
Nice.
closing at $186.
Okay.
What's driving this success,
Well, it's not just about selling more equipment.
right?
It's a reflection of the exploding demand for the advanced chips that Applied Materials helps create.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Every time you hear about a new AI breakthrough, a more powerful data center,
Uh-huh.
or a smartphone that does even more,
Yeah.
there's a good chance Applied Materials played a role in making it happen.
Okay, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
But let's get specific.
Okay.
Their CEO, Gary Dickerson, mentioned the need for a 10,000-fold improvement in computing performance per watt over the next 15 years.
That's a big number.
What does that even mean, and why should we care?
Imagine a world where AI can learn much faster, process more complex information,
Mm-hmm.
and do it all while using a tiny fraction of the energy it does today.
Wow.
That's the potential we're talking about.
Okay.
And Applied Materials is at the forefront, developing the specialized equipment that makes those leaps possible.
So it's not...
It's not just about making chips smaller and faster anymore. It's
Right.
about reimagining how we build and use computers entirely.
So Applied Materials is kind of like the picks and shovels provider for this AI gold rush.
Exactly.
Right.
And they're strategically positioned to win big in some key areas.
Okay.
One example is gate-all-around transistors.
Gate-all-around transistors.
These are the tiny switches that control the flow of electricity in chips, and they're getting a major upgrade.
I see.
Applied Materials is moving from research and development into high-volume production of these transistors,
Right.
and they expect their revenue from this area alone to double in 2025.
Wow, double the revenue. That's huge. What else should we be paying attention to?
They're also seeing massive growth in DRAM, especially high bandwidth memory,
DRAM.
which is like the super highway of data transfer in AI data centers.
Wow.
Their revenue there is up over 60% year over year, and that's a trend we expect to continue as AI demands even more data crunching power.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And don't forget about advanced packaging.
Advanced packaging.
That's how they connect all these tiny components together in ever more complex ways.
Oh, wow.
Their revenue in that segment has tripled in the last 4 years
Zero.
and is expected to double again soon.
So no matter what part of the tech world you're interested in, Applied Materials is making waves.
Right. They're not just riding these trends, they're actively shaping them.
That's huge.
And that brings us to another important factor.
China. The elephant in the room.
Exactly.
How is Applied Materials navigating the complex geopolitical landscape and those trade regulations everyone's talking about?
Well, their revenue from China normalized to 30% this quarter,
Okay.
which is in line with historical averages.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear that China's growing demand for chips represents a huge opportunity.
Right.
But the potential for trade tensions and the rapid development of China's own domestic semiconductor industry adds a layer of complexity.
So it's a balancing act.
Right.
On the one hand, they want to capitalize on that demand.
Uh-huh.
But on the other hand, they need to be strategic about maintaining their market share in the long run.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they're taking steps to do just that.
Okay.
They're focusing on value-based pricing,
Value-based pricing.
meaning they're making sure their most advanced technologies command a premium.
Okay.
Plus, their services business.
Services business.
Think maintenance upgrades and optimization
Yeah.
is booming. They've had 21 consecutive quarters of growth in that area.
Wow, 21 quarters.
This recurring revenue stream makes their business model even more attractive.
It sounds like they're building a more stable and sustainable business.
Yeah.
But what does all this mean for someone thinking about investing?
Well, that brings us to our This Is Not Financial Advice segment,
Ooh, I like this part.
where we let our imaginations run wild and cook up a completely irresponsible, but maybe brilliant, trade idea.
Right.
Remember, this is purely for entertainment purposes.
Of course, don't make any investment decisions based on our playful brainstorming.
Absolutely.
Okay, with those disclaimers out of the way.
Right.
What's this outrageous but plausible trade you have in mind?
Given Applied Materials' focus on enabling these cutting-edge, energy-efficient chips,
Right.
and considering the recent election results, which may impact trade relations with China,
Okay.
how about a long-term options play?
Okay, I like where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Walk me through it.
Let's say you're feeling bullish on two things. First, that the demand for AI-related chips is only going to accelerate, driving Applied Materials revenue even higher.
Okay.
And second, that there's a chance trade tensions with China ease over the next few years,
Right.
opening up even more market opportunities for the company.
So essentially, we're betting on a perfect storm of favorable conditions.
Exactly. But remember, this is purely hypothetical.
Right, of course.
We're just having some fun exploring the possibilities.
Now back to Applied Materials.
Oh, okay.
We've talked about their strengths.
Uh-huh.
But what about the potential risks?
Even if trade tensions do ease,
Yeah.
China's own domestic semiconductor industry is rapidly developing.
Right.
They're investing heavily in research and development,
Okay.
trying to catch up to industry leaders like Applied Materials.
So is that a threat to Applied Materials' dominance?
It's more like a challenge.
Okay.
They need to stay ahead of the innovation curve and keep proving that their technology is worth the premium price they're charging.
So it's a high-stakes race. How is Applied Materials staying ahead?
Well, they're investing heavily in R&D themselves.
Yeah.
They have this incredible collaborative platform called EPIC, where they work with customers and partners to develop and test new technologies.
Interesting.
And they're building a brand new facility in Silicon Valley set to open in 2026.
Wow, so they're really going all in on this.
They are.
Ah,
They're also focusing on building strong, long-term relationships with their customers.
okay.
It's not just about selling equipment anymore.
Yeah.
It's about being a trusted partner and helping those chip makers overcome the technological hurdles they're facing.
So a lot of potential for growth,
Yeah.
but some hurdles to overcome as well.
Right.
What should investors be keeping an eye on in the coming months and years?
First, can Applied Materials translate their technological leadership into even higher profits?
Okay.
Second, how successfully will they navigate those complex trade dynamics with China? And finally, will they be able to maintain that impressive growth in their services business?
Those are some really important questions.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling we'll be revisiting them in future episodes as we continue to track Applied Materials' journey.
Absolutely. This is a company worth watching. And we'll be here to help you understand the twists and turns along the way.
And now for something completely different.
Yeah.
And still completely irresponsible.
Right.
You know what time it is, right?
Time for another round of This Is Not Financial Advice.
Yes.
I've got an idea that's even spicier than the last one.
All right. I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
Let's say you're super bullish on AI.
Okay.
You believe it's going to transform everything,
Uh-huh.
from healthcare and transportation to entertainment and education.
Right.
You're convinced it's going to create entirely new industries we haven't even imagined yet.
Okay. I'm picturing a world with self-driving cars and robot assistants that can do our laundry.
Exactly.
I'm with you so far.
And you believe Applied Materials is going to be the company that supplies the crucial equipment needed for this AI revolution.
Because they're the ones building the machines that make the brains of those AI systems right.
Right. So instead of just buying Applied Materials stock outright,
Yeah.
we're going to get a little more creative.
Ooh, I love when you get creative.
We're going to leverage the power of options.
Okay.
Specifically, we're going to look at something called a bull call spread.
Options, bull call spreads.
Yeah.
You're
Sound-
speaking my language. What's the play here?
Let's say you buy a call option at a certain price,
Mm-hmm.
betting that Applied Materials stock will go up.
Okay.
But to manage your risk, you simultaneously sell another call option at a higher price.
Okay, so you're limiting your potential losses.
Right.
But also capping your potential gains.
You got it. It's like putting a safety net under your bet,
I see.
while still giving yourself a chance to ride that AI wave.
I like it. But once again, I must remind everyone that this is purely hypothetical.
Of course. Don't blame us if you decide to try this at home and end up losing your shirt.
Right.
This is just us having a bit of fun exploring the wild world of options.
So to sum up, you're suggesting a bull call spread on Applied Materials,
Yes.
betting on a surge in demand for AI-related chips,
Right.
and potentially favorable changes in the trade relationship with China.
Precisely.
High risk, high reward.
Or maybe just high entertainment value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And on that note, it's time to wrap up this deep dive into Applied Materials. We've covered a lot of ground today, From Applied Materials' record-breaking performance
Yeah.
to the mind-boggling potential of AI and the strategic challenges they face with China's rise as a tech powerhouse.
It's a fascinating company.
If there's one thing our listeners should take away from this deep dive,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Pay attention to this space. The future of technology is unfolding right now.
Right.
And companies like Applied Materials are at the forefront.
Yeah.
Whether you're interested in AI data centers or just the cutting edge of what's possible in computing, these trends are worth understanding.
So I encourage everyone to keep exploring. Look into which companies are using Applied Materials equipment to produce their chips. Follow the latest analyst reports on the semiconductor industry.
Good idea.
And maybe even try to come up with your own outrageous trade ideas. Just remember, for entertainment purposes only.
Exactly. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve,
Yeah.
make sure to subscribe to Talk Tickers for more deep dives into the world of earnings calls and the companies driving the future of tech.
Until next time, keep learning, keep asking questions, and stay curious.